members of the Zamfara State Executive Council, my competent entourage, other officials of the Zamfara State Government, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. As earlier introduced, I am Major General W.B. Idris, the new Theatre Commander, Joint Task Force, Northwest, and part of North Central, Operation Fansar Yamma. I will start by mentioning that this is my maiden visit and familiarization visit with the government in order for us to have this introduction, looking at the possibility of future cooperation towards achieving peace in the first state. Let me thank His Excellency for finding time, even in his busy schedule, to feed me and my staff from Headquarters Theatre Command, Operation Fansar Yamma. I had earlier tried this meeting immediately upon assumption of duty, but it had to be put on hold due to other pressing matters, both on the side of the state government and also in respect of the current issues on the ground then, the issue of the Margarians, which glory be to God. The 24 of them have been returned to the government of Kebbi State. I will also take this opportunity to appreciate His Excellency for the constant support to the Theatre Command. This is as briefing received from my predecessor since the establishment of this Theatre Command in the form of logistics and other incentives. Since I took over command of the theatre, I have visited various formations. I have visited Sector 1, which is 1 division. I have visited Sector 2, which is 8th division. I have also visited Sector 3, which is 2 division in Dauda. I'm mentioning this to inform you that the Theatre Command is not restricted to Zamfara State. It covers 7 states. Kebbi, Zamfara, Sokoto, Niger, Kwara, parts of Kaduna are all part of the areas of responsibility of Operation Fansar Yamma. We are here to bring new concepts, new innovations to these operations with the hope and intent not to reduce banditry and terrorism, but with the intent to totally eradicate it. We are bringing new concepts to the operations for greater efficiency in this theater of operations. It is clear that tackling the insecurity in Zamfara State is key to eradicating terrorism and banditry from the northwestern region. This is because most of the key terrorist leaders are resident in various communities within the state, or they have alliances with those that are resident in Zamfara State. It is for this reason that I consider Zamfara State a high priority on my operational planning on how to tackle terrorism in the coming weeks. Being that I'm just coming, we are making all efforts to actualize this concept through the necessary liaison to accumulate the necessary logistics, manpower, and equipment for us to be able to operate effectively and efficiently within the theater. Your Excellency, it is expedient to inform you that the theater under my leadership has reviewed its concept of operations to adopt a more mobile and aggressive posture. This is expected to revamp our operations of the various sectors in the theater of operations towards better outcome. As mentioned earlier, the concept is highly dependent on logistics and availability of other critical combat enablers. Hence, the build-up for the operations is currently ongoing. We intend to actually eradicate this insecurity. And we hope and pray that the state government and the people of Zamfara State in particular, and the whole northwestern and north central region will give us the necessary support required through intelligence sharing, information gathering, and other logistic needs as may be necessary from the various governments. I want to also use this privilege to appreciate His Excellency for the approval of a permanent site for the headquarters Joint Task Force Operation Fansar Yamma. We have taken a tour of the facility and we have discovered that the infrastructure is currently dilapidated and in some cases or in some areas vandalized. I must respectfully request His Excellency's intervention to upgrade the facility to enable the headquarters relocate to the permanent site. Permit me to mention that other areas and other states are requesting for us to be, for the headquarters to be stationed or relocated. It is important that we expedite so that we prioritize our stay in the epicenter of this problem. So that once we are able to uproot it from the epicenter, I am sure that banditry and terrorism within the northwestern region will be history. I also want to appreciate His Excellency the Executive Governor of the State, Dr. Dauda.
Let me start by welcoming the new theater commander, Major General W.B. Idris, and his entire team. On this part, I have the Chief of Staff, Head of Service, and all the commissioners and advisors. Let me also apologize for not being able to meet since you assumed duty in Zamfara State. It wasn't deliberate, it was due to the exigencies of the work that we found ourselves. I was fully informed when you arrived through my secretary to the government. The very week we were supposed to meet while I was in Abuja on my way back. I was informed that I was part of the team to accompany Mr. President to South Africa for the G20 summit. And on my return from South Africa, I also had another investment forum in Morocco that I had to travel immediately. And when I came back, I had to also do the budget presentation and so many other things within last week. Until yesterday on my return, and we agreed that we should meet today. And Alhamdulillah, we are meeting officially today, and you're very much welcome with your entire team. When this whole operation started, and the coming of Operation Fansar in Yamma, we went through a lot of preparations, agreement, and so on and so forth through the Office of the National Advisor then. And that was also what informed our decision to hand over our newly renovated NYC camp in Safi in order to accommodate the officers of Operation Fansar in Yamma, which was all agreed. And we had fantastic relationship with the former theater commander that retired last month. And now you're here. I believe as son of the soil, we shouldn't expect anything less from you. I don't need to tell you the extent of the problem Zamfara is facing. Like you rightly mentioned in your speech, that if we're able to take care of Zamfara, which I made it very clear anytime I had the opportunity to speak, that if we take care of Zamfara, as far as banditry is concerned, more than 70% of banditry activities, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and all form of crime will be taken care of. So I'm happy you're here, and I believe with your team now, you will go extra mile to make sure, like you said in your speech, that banditry and other criminalities in Zamfara State and Northwest, which by extension also Nigeria, that it will become history. And inshallah, we believe in what you said, and I'm sure you understand the terrain very well, and you know what it is, and therefore we are going to form a team with your men as well as the state government to make sure we operate, and we also give you the maximum support to succeed, because if you succeed, we all succeed, and that is the essence of government. That is what I've been crying for all these years, within the last 2 years I was in office. And I made it very clear that I'm not somebody who's going to negotiate with any criminal. I don't believe in that. I'm not in the military or within the security forces, but I believe even if you're going to negotiate with anybody, especially a criminal, it must be at the point of strength, not at the point of weakness. And that has always been my stand, and that is my stand. But I believe with your words and with the new set of people I've seen now, I believe there's hope. There's hope, and this, inshallah, is just a matter of time. We'll do our best to make sure that banditry becomes history in Zamfara State and northern Nigeria. On our home part, let me say this to you, General. We have done so much, and we're doing so much, and we'll continue to do so much for the security forces. I had this discussion with you before this meeting, and I told you we're ready to provide any kind of logistics for you and your team to make sure you succeed. Mine is, I don't want failure, I want success. And of course, it comes with a cost. So we're ready. Let me say this, we already procured 30 brand new APCs, latest, as state government. So far, we've received about 5 or 6. 5. 10 will be delivered next week, and the others will be delivered sometimes in January. And I want you, on your way out, to look at the ones we have. The ones coming are more sophisticated. And we're doing all this because we want to make sure there are no excuses for the forces not to succeed. We're ever ready, and we will continue to give you all the support that you require as far as fighting banditry and all forms of criminalities in Zamfara State is concerned. You made mention of the headquarters. I'm just receiving this information. Is it the same NYC camp or is it a different place that we're talking about? So that we know exactly what to do. Sorry? Yes. So that at least something can be done immediately. Okay, that shouldn't be a problem. And I'm not sure there's any governor within either the Northwest, or let me even say the North, that can do what we're doing as far as security is concerned. I can confidently tell you that. And I have my facts. Whenever I speak, I don't speak. I'm not like other politicians that speak just for political reasons. Everything that I've said, believe me, I have my facts and I can back it anywhere, anytime. So that will not be an issue. Whatever it is, as far as headquarters is concerned, we will make it functional within the shortest possible time. The Honorable Commissioner has informed me, and we will take it up and do the needful. Meanwhile, continue to manage the NYC camp that we're giving you before we finalize on the permanent site, which will be taken care of. I believe there are other things that we are going to do, but this will be off cameras. So I want to thank you for finding the time with your entire team to be with us in Zamfara State Government House. May Allah continue to make it easy for all of us, and may He make us succeed in this fight against this criminals. Thank you very much. We have such August visitors to present this plan. Then, so on behalf of the good people of the state, I'm presenting this plan to you to continue to remind you about the levels of the issue on you as the entire government operation Fansar. Yamma, inshallah. Even though you are one of us, because any operators are all one, and we all specialize in this leather work. We're also giving you this on behalf of the government of our state, so that you can find somewhere in your house and put it, and we continue to also remind you the levels task you are ahead of fighting banditry in Zamfara State.
Let me start by thanking you for giving me items to remind me about the enormous task ahead of me. But I want to change that narrative. I don't want it to remind me about the enormous task ahead of me. It will be used after my service, and it will remind me of the success and total eradication. In a similar way, we want to appreciate His Excellency, and I will also borrow the words of His Excellency, retaliate what he did. Yamma, and we work together to eradicate terrorism.